Lady Mike.
Yo.
1 2 1 2.
What's good?
Yo, we on?
Yeah,
we up. Welcome to episode 5 of the Here Y'all Go podcast. It is Wednesday currently. This is our first Wednesday podcast. So from now on, we're going to start doing 2 a week. So we're going to pop them out. No, one a week.
Yeah, one a week. Yeah.
We're just doing 2 to make up for last week because we missed it. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
shout out to mom,
For real.
Always
shout out to all the moms.
grandma, auntie,
All the grandmas, aunties, all of them.
Mamas.
All the moms.
So,
Mamas.
Everybody who play mom.
So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about our local artists, our fun remix by K. And then from there, we're going to talk about music, talk about Kehlani, Erykah, Badu, and Jill Scott's Live. Then we're going to talk about, what else does it say? Chris Brown and Young Thug. And then we're going to give props to 1 and 2 on top of the billboards. From there, we're going to talk about the Bulls doc. And then we're going to talk about Earl Thomas and his situation. And then from there, we're going to lead right into our culture topic, which is who comes first. So it should be really interesting. Should be good. But let's hop right into it. So first thing we're going to talk about is the local artist segment. Our local artist this week is K with her fun remix.
1 2, we done had a few. A little twisted, ain't no telling what we'll do. Get to moving, now you say you're in the mood. Hard to get, but you like my attitude. Hot and cold, I got you guessing. In disguise could be your blessing. No worries, why you stressing? No games, no need for flexing. Let me know what you're trying to do. If your friend cute, let him know that he could come too. Cause the night's still young and you know girls just wanna have fun. Enticing, inviting, feels so good, can't fight it. Fuck with me, baby, don't hide it, don't hide it.
I like my shorty brown skin, they look like Kelly Rowland. Black of the berry, if you know that ain't no need to...
All right, bet. What everybody think of it? But that thing always gets me, bro. Every single time. Every time, bro. What everybody think about it? I loved it. I loved it.
That shit is a bop.
Yeah, it's a bop. It's definitely an outside bop.
I need that shit. Like, I need that shit. I'm gonna say that song from when I'm outside again. Like, I'm not gonna listen to it again until I'm out on the beach somewhere, bro.
For sure.
Like,
that's definitely one of them
that.
things that you play when you at the beach. Like when she posted on her Instagram like a few weeks ago when it first came out, immediately went to it. I was like, yeah, this is it. I love it.
Shout out to my nigga Marv.P.
For sure.
Yeah, the Marv.P.
He ran that verse.
Marv.P. ran that. And of course, K with the vocals, of course.
she came through.
Amazing.
Shout out Papalee.
For sure.
Whole song was great, man.
Whole song was definitely great. Definitely needed outside.
No Beach Boys talking about listening to it on the beach, though. But I mean,
yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
I was with it up until the beach part.
Hey, what you mean?
I do a lot of beach parties.
Y'all
don't know. Y'all they don't go outside, Reed. They don't go outside, Reed.
Hey, look,
they don't go
I'm
outside.
from Virginia Beach, bro.
That's because y'all live by a beach. Y'all don't understand the feeling.
Y'all don't understand it. Y'all don't get it.
Must
don't
not.
understand it.
When I
Y'all
go to
country
the beach,
boys
I'm
and living in
listening to
Blackbird and Stafford and all that other.
Niggas gonna listen to it on the black cars. That's what they wanted me to say.
I live right across the street from a lake, though.
But the link of the song will be in the description.
The lake. Ain't no wrong, bro. Ain't no wrong with the lake. Kick back.
The link for the song will be in the description.
You live in Richmond.
The lake is for the less privileged that don't live by beaches. Poor child.
I live by a lake. I got a lake.
My nigga, I ain't gonna catch his catfish while I listen to that shit.
Hey,
You fucking right. You fucking right.
All right, so we're gonna hop right into this music topic. So first on the list is Kehlani. Go ahead, D. Go ahead. You was excited for it.
Beat you to it, yes, sir. Let me tell y'all something, man. I was a little scared. You know, when you're a fan of an artist, I got connections to Kehlani's music. Haley put me on to it when we first started dating.
Who's Haley?
Old time.
Shout out to her. But yeah, so that her first mixtape, Haley put me onto it, and you could feel Kehlani's soul in the music. And as she's progressed, and it hadn't necessarily gotten worse, but it's more catered to the commercial. And it from her, I'm saying compared to her original stuff, Crazy Savage, whatever that album was. That
Crazy
was
Sexy
commercial.
Savage.
Yeah,
For
that
sure.
was commercial. It was commercial compared to our other stuff.
I never even heard that one. I skipped it.
It's okay.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it. So then I was a little afraid when this come out. It's like, all right, which Kehlani are we gonna get? Are we gonna get the spilling her soul on the track, or are we gonna get the one who's catering to this pop, club type stuff? And she came with the soul, man. I know a lot of people are saying they like the nasty Kehlani over the hurt Kehlani. I'm gonna take the hurt Kehlani.
I'm gonna take the hurt.
I'm gonna take the hurt
Kehlani
Kehlani
was
every
fire.
time, bro.
It don't gotta be hurt Kehlani, yo, bro. I don't feel like it was hurt Kehlani. In my opinion, like
I think this album. I think this album was a mixture of both.
From her first tape that she had, you know what I'm saying, to now. I was just talking to my girl the other day, and she actually likes her favorite one is Crazy Sexy Savage. So, but I ain't even never heard it. I probably won't listen to it. I might not.
It ain't worth it.
But her third project, like I was just telling her how you could see the progression and development of her as a person throughout all of her projects, which made me more of a fan. Like even like with her third project was insane. Like it probably wasn't to a lot of people's liking, but I loved it. Like her track,
it was good.
With Music Soul Child,
it was good.
Songs like that, like RPG with Black, like all those songs were like everything. And then this album,
Butterfly.
Butterfly was another one. So moving into this album, like I started to see even more like she took a step further going in that direction.
Agreed.
Like I wouldn't consider it hurt. I would consider it growth in a sense. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Definitely a mixture. Definitely a mixture of both.
You
could definitely,
you can hear it on the track.
Situation.
She was definitely hurt.
She was definitely hurt. But I also feel like Kehlani gave you nasty Kehlani too, though.
Oh, for sure.
Did.
It was a great mixture. It was a great mixture.
A little bit.
Yeah, just we didn't need a lot. I mean, most of our albums were that.
The album cover says it all.
Bought it.
Hey, look, I listened to that album. I listened to the album off the album cover alone.
She bodied the album cover. She bodied the cover.
The album cover is a booty cover.
It's a great angle.
Hey. Oh, chill. You ain't gonna do that.
It's a great angle.
All right, so we're gonna move on to this. Go ahead. We're gonna move on to the Chris Brown.
I like the Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez.
You already know what mine was.
Nobody cares, Reed.
Oh my man, Lucky Day. Yo, first of all,
I'm just saying.
I gotta slide the screen because I'm not on the laptop, so I'm gonna slide the screen to Donnell.
The Lucky Day one was a good track. You could tell it was Kehlani's song featuring Lucky Day. Usually when Lucky Day hop on a track, he gonna come correct. Takes over.
So okay. So
he didn't have a long enough part.
That was one of my biggest knocks with her album, like with her features. I mean, granted, she played it smart with her features by not having artists come and just completely obliterate her on her own track. Which was a great idea by Kehlani. I just wanted to share my disappointment with the Masego track.
Masego.
Bro,
I love that track.
I mean, I don't.
But I
love it too. But it's
come
just,
on the track.
He's more than a saxophone, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He is more than Masego. If he would have came on the track like as an actual feature and not just a saxophone, she could have put on here sax by Masego, and then I wouldn't have been as excited to hear.
She did exactly what was smart. She pulled his fans thinking, okay, we're gonna get him on there. No, he's just gonna make the sax in the background, which by the way was fire. That song was fire.
But I wanted to hear him on the track though.
You want to hear Masego on the track. If they say feature Masego, you really want to hear the man sing.
I want to hear. I
can't name a song by him.
Me either. I can't hold you.
So as a Kehlani fan, I don't want to hear him. I like the saxophone. That's cool. I don't want to hear him.
Okay, so as not a Kehlani fan,
but I'm
exactly. I can name a Lucky Day song. Roll some more.
I can name a song.
I mean, Masego's throwing his way up, though. That's not fair.
So is Lucky Day.
Lucky Day, I feel like he's kind of.
Lucky Day got a Grammy nomination on his first album.
Like he's there now.
He's known, but he's still not.
All right, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna hop. We ain't gonna hop into the Lucky Day.
Kehlani album was great.
It was great.
I thought it was great. I thought it was great.
I actually enjoyed it. That was the first Kehlani album I actually enjoyed.
I thought it was good.
All right, so we're going to this Chris Brown and Young Thug.
You a nut, bro.
All right, so what everybody think about the Chris Brown and Young Thug?
I like it. I don't think it was received.
Surprised.
I don't think it was received though.
Surprised.
I don't like Chris Brown Thug mix, bro. That's just
surprised.
Tripping. That shit was fire, bro.
Surprised. Shocked.
It wasn't fire.
Almost.
Go Crazy is fire.
It was like that's the only song.
Personally,
No.
I've never been a big Thug fan though, personally. So like, you know what I'm saying? I could just do Chris Brown without the Thug. I could just do Chris Brown without the Thug, bro. Pause. That sounded all the way wrong. You know what I'm saying? But
why is that though? What's wrong with the mix? I mean, I feel like it's the perfect thing. I mean, you got Singer Thug and you got Chris Brown going away.
Because he don't like
away from the project.
I think Singer Thug is like the Singer Thug is hit or miss with the people who listen to Thug. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
I'm a Thug fan, but even me being a Thug fan, his singing is always hit or miss for me. Cause like I like different flow, different voice rapping Thug. Like that's what made me a fan of Thug.
Like the Lil Wayne clone.
Yeah. Now, granted, now they do got some bangers on here now. Go Crazy a banger. To me, she bumped her head a banger with
Bump the Head is a banger.
Gunna on a feature is crazy. Gunna always, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, there's definitely some songs on here. I mean, I just feel like it's one of them projects where they were like, yo, like,
that's dude.
All this time, I'm gonna send you some music.
It was chopped at a weird time.
Yeah, I'm not replaying it. It won't get no replay for me.
No, not the whole.
I didn't even download it. I played it off and not download it.
Not start to finish. No, I'm picking songs off of it. And
I'll play She Bumped Her Head. Easy.
Yeah, I'll pick songs to put in a playlist, but no, not start to finish. I'm not just sitting there listening to that.
Everything you do is amazing. That shit fire. Come on now.
Bro, y'all be killing me with this singing, bro. It was Rick last week, this week.
He got the mic and he ready to go in the booth right now.
He ready to go in the booth.
I'm ready to pod. What's up?
All right, so we're gonna move into the Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, IG Live.
That cleansed.
I was at work, so I couldn't even watch it. So I'm sick.
My soul was cleansed.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it on YouTube. I'm gonna watch it on YouTube.
I had more than my soul.
I was so sick, bro. Like I tried to go in and out.
I had a glass of wine and a hair wrap on. So
Shawty, I wanted to light the stage and just go around the room. Like
I was so sick. I tried. I tried to go in and out, but then it was like, nah, like he was.
Bro, that was the first time I actually sat and watched a whole IG Live. Like that was crazy. But like the fact that they had me that engaged. It's obviously an energy that I traveled over the screen. It was weird. Like I was literally sitting there for a whole 2 hours looking at my screen.
Could sit and watch Jill Scott perform, and then Erykah with her Baduism can't. Jesus,
that's a religion.
Scott is beautiful, man.
Where's the stage?
He said that's a religion.
I need the stage. Yo, that was everything my heart needed.
Are we gonna talk about how Erykah washed her for the first 5 rounds?
Hey, what?
That wasn't fair. Erykah was not
Jill
fair.
Won. Round 1, Jill won.
Honestly,
what?
You can
honestly
get out of here.
You can
man.
leave.
Get out of here.
With the live performance, they played the same
I don't
song,
care. I don't care if it's live. I don't care, Eric.
You can leave.
Yo, Ty.
Please. Y'all smoking.
Honestly, after the first round, I kind of just stopped tallying up scores. Like
I didn't tally it all.
You can't tally that. You can't tally R&B.
It was impossible to tally that up.
Because if we're being honest, they're definitely 2 different sounds.
Doesn't matter.
They're 2 different sounds.
It can be 2 different sounds.
It's still that neo soul though.
But it's 2 different sounds of soul.
It don't matter.
2 different sounds.
One can still be better than the other.
Jill Scott is still jazz.
And Erykah washed her. She washed her for the first 5 to 6 rounds. I was sitting with my parents watching it. And I'm like, okay, she done ran her this round, ran her this round. Like, to her bag. Jill had
wait, who went first?
Who went first?
She don't really have to dig deep. I think Jill was just playing the songs that she wanted to play.
Erykah went first. Yeah, Erykah went first. So they popped it off where you got me. Oh, they played it twice.
You know, Erykah had to pop her shit one time. You know
gotcha.
Had to
I still don't feel like it was that much of a competition because at the end of the day, you ask me, Erykah
women are just better.
Erykah has better
at this shit.
sound. Mm-hmm. Erykah Badu's always had a better sound. It's melodic. It's like very slow. But Erykah not touching her Jill's pen at all.
No,
I mean, obviously she wrote the song.
No,
yeah, I mean, she wrote the song.
She wrote the song too. So, right, no, not at all.
Yeah,
but it's not a song. Really it's not a songwriter. It's not a songwriter battle. And I do agree with you, E. At the end of the day, they did a really good job of making it not a competition.
Well, there was no ego involved.
There was none. There was none, especially compared to the ones that we've gotten before. Exactly. There was literally no ego.
That's why I didn't compare.
Yeah, that babyface and Teddy, that was all ego.
She was like this. What's up? What you got? What's up? What you got? Let me go ahead and give you this hit. Ha!
And babyface would be like, yo, that's cool, man. But,
like, that's all right. I got you.
I'm going to go ahead and drop this one.
Play.
All right, so we're going to move on to the giving props. So first time in history that the 1 and 2 on the billboards is held by Black women. Got Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj with Say So remix, and then Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce with the Savage remix. Thoughts?
Is it literally just Black women? It's just Black women, not women in general?
No, Black women.
Black women.
Black women?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Keep winning, man. Keep winning. Those are my thoughts on it. Just keep winning.
For sure.
Collaborate.
I'm really proud of
collaborate.
Doja.
Continue to collaborate. Continue to climb to the top. To me, I feel like it's nuts that that's Nicki Minaj's first number one.
First number one.
Wait,
I couldn't believe that, but
wow,
that's kind of crazy. So, big props to them, man. Just keep climbing, keep winning, keep setting examples for these younger. That's really all it is, for real. They win.
I mean,
they win it.
honestly,
I'm excited for them.
Yeah, honestly, I felt like it was like a lot of homage being paid without even saying I'm paying homage. It was a lot of homage being paid. You know, Beyonce being that first big female out of Houston. Then she gets on the track with the Houston hottie herself, even though I was sick of the song, and then Beyonce came and re-advertised.
Beyonce too.
She Beyonce.
But she made me like that song. I hated that song at first.
Hated the song.
I still don't like the song. I mean, I like her verse, but I still don't like the song as a total.
Beyonce slid, and then you got the Doja Cat, who people would most likely compare her to Nicki. That's just what people do, would compare her to Nicki, and then she gets on the track with Nicki, and it was just like homage, like, wow, past, future, present, future, present, past, you know, however you want to look at it, but it was a nice undertone to it.
What do you want to say, D? What do you want to say?
His hatred towards Beyonce
good.
right
That's
now.
what I'm saying. Like,
it sounds
the whole time D Face was over there like,
it sounds good.
Can we talk?
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the quality of music. Let's talk about how the quality of music isn't valued anymore. Because in all reality,
I don't think this has really anything to do with the quality.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's wild to me, E, is that it doesn't necessarily take quality music to get on top. It's a name.
What?
It doesn't take your song to be good.
Everybody's playing it. How is it not quality music?
Come on now, you know,
bro, we can play trash. We can play
it.
Trash all day and have it go number one.
Easily.
Iron. Come on, dog.
You should have answered it. You should have been like, this is Ion from the Here Y'all Go podcast.
Facts.
We are potting right now.
First calling.
I'm back. No, you're not sliding on this one.
Not at all.
What do you mean?
I'm kidding.
No, you're not. Are you serious?
Not.
You serious? You serious?
Hold on.
His hatred towards Beyonce is ridiculous.
This segment is about paying homage to these beautiful Black women that have done something that's never been done before, and that's what we're gonna focus on.
You got any Beyonce hit in your bones right now?
Go ahead.
Yeah, he do. He over there quivering right now. He over there quivering because I know my friend. If he don't like something, he's gonna call it not quality.
Yeah,
because that's his go-to.
It was definitely.
If he don't like it, it's not quality, and I can't let my man do that.
It's just not him. It's not for you.
I can't let my man
Okay, so
do
we'll
that.
call the
towards
Savage
Beyonce.
remix quality music from now on. Then that's cool.
The Savage song may not have been quality, but the Savage remix I feel like was 15 times better than the actual song.
Agreed.
So
Agreed. It was
so if
completely
the
better.
song, that's what I'm saying. So if the Savage song isn't, if you don't call it quality because it's a dance track now, if you don't call that song quality, then the Savage remix can technically be quality music.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. Nope, we're gonna get out of here. We're getting out of here. We're getting out of here.
Hey, Beehive, please don't kill us. Please don't kill us.
Kill him. Y'all can kill him.
Don't kill us. Kill D.
Y'all can kill
Kill
him.
D.
Darian Johnson.
Yeah, kill D.
Man.
Kill D.
Whatever,
Please.
man.
Darian Johnson. Y'all can kill him.
All right, so for the sports, all right, so we're gonna hop into the Bulls doc. I've made the collective decision. I'm just gonna watch it all at once when it's done, because I'm always at work on Sunday, so I'm never gonna be able to watch it. But for everybody else,
it'll be on the ESPN app.
yeah, I don't feel like dedicating time to sit down and watch it. I'm gonna wait till it's all out and then.
But you gonna watch. You gonna watch.
Hey, Tom, what you?
Whatchamacallit.
You know we want a
What,
podcast.
My Hero?
Yeah, you gonna watch
Oh,
My
I'm
Hero
wrong.
over the Bulls doc. You crazy?
Hey, Tom,
I'm
what
running
you,
through
bro?
My Hero right now.
I'm
I
with you,
believe
though.
it.
I'm running through My Hero right now. But let's go.
I'm
All right,
just
so
gonna
for the
wait
Bulls
till
out, what everybody think about it?
Man,
Takeaway.
so far, I'm loving it. I
Loving
think
it?
it's. I mean, honestly, everything that's going on with the Bulls doc, everyone pretty much knew.
Mhm.
Like I said, for somebody like me who was born in '96 who never really followed, I never seen a Jordan game, let alone his
You ain't watching when he played
actual
for the
interviews.
Wizards?
No, bro. Like literally, I got into basketball late in my years.
Wizards
Like
night?
D Rose is the reason I started watching basketball. But before that, I watched LeBron. Like LeBron, like
Y'all
when we
reckon D Rose?
Huh?
MVP D Rose?
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
I'm a Bulls fan to this day. In private, though, I'm a Bulls fan in private. I don't.
very
I don't
private.
follow.
We support.
You
We
say
support.
you-
We support.
you say you
Bulls.
started-
We support the
You
Bulls.
say you started watching. You say you started watching basketball with Legault.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
for real. No, like when we get to the GOAT conversation, I always say LeBron because I witnessed him. I never say Michael Jordan because I was never there. I can't speak on something I wasn't there for. So when people always have this conversation like, "Oh, who's the best? Who's the best?" To me, it's LeBron because LeBron is my GOAT.
I hate
That's
that
not
conversation.
touching.
Somebody else's.
That's not
I hate that
touchdown.
conversation.
I hate that
That's not
conversation,
touchdown.
but
I hate
that's
that
how I always
conversation.
end it.
That's tough. But
The Earl Thomas and his situation.
Legault,
And we're gonna hop into our culture topic.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
ask y'all
so-
one question. I'm gonna ask y'all one question.
What's up?
yeah, she was wrong.
Y'all got brothers? I'm asking
Yeah,
y'all questions. Y'all
I
got
got
brothers?
a brother.
Yeah.
No,
I
I got a cousin. He's like my
got-
brother.
Cousins, brother, whatever. You
I
got
got
male
4
figures in
of
your
them.
family.
I
that
got
you-
4 of them.
that you friends with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You taking down another woman in the same
No,
same
sir.
room?
No, sir.
Not at my age, no.
No, sir.
Earl
Not
Thomas
at my
is
age, no.
nasty. He
Not
gets to-
now.
Not at my
Not
age,
now.
no.
Not ever.
now and not then. That's
Not
disgusting.
then. Not now. No,
That's terrible.
Like bare
never.
butt cheeks.
I got a brother. that was-
Not now, but
Like
back in
that-
high
Nah,
school.
Ty, you
Yeah.
nasty.
Back in
Nasty,
high school.
Ty.
Yeah, yes, bro, you got to get how you
Mute
live.
yourself. Mute
You got to get
yourself.
how you
That
live.
shit's weird. No.
You
Hey, that's gonna
doing
be the
your
name
thing.
of the pod. Ty, you
That
nasty.
shit's weird.
Nasty.
You doing your thing, and then you look over and you see your
No,
brother
sir.
butt doing his
Mm-mm.
thing. No, I can't. I'm done after that.
That shit gonna be an automatic drop.
Hey, yo,
I'm
relax.
done. I'm like, I gotta
relax.
go. I gotta go.
From what I read in the article, this how-
wildin'.
And it just
I
makes
gotta
it funny.
Drop.
So for
I
all y'all
read-
that don't know the situation, Earl Thomas, apparently how it happened was him and his brother was with some shorties and they took him to a hotel or something like that. And he
Sit
left
down.
his geotag on his Snapchat and his wife, I think it's his wife, right? Wife.
It's his
girlfriend.
wife.
His
Yeah,
wife.
bro.
So his wife pulled up to the hotel with her friends. Pulled up to the hotel with her friends.
Strapped
And
up.
so she was strapped. The friends had knives. They bust in. She
As he was busting it down.
With his brother in the same bed.
so they fighting. She pulled the gun out. Pulled the gun on Earl Thomas. and then the girls surround the other girls and his brother, and then that's how the situation ended. It could have went a lot worse. Could have went a whole lot worse. Could have went left. For real. Oh, it definitely could have went left. But the funny thing is, apparently she bought him a chain after, which is very toxic.
That which is weird to me. I don't.
Which is very, very toxic. Very toxic.
If anything, he should be buying her something. What you buy him something for?
But so I might get this wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is right. There was a report that Earl Thomas had a few months prior had put in a complaint for domestic violence or domestic abuse with his wife again, or before all of this happened. Mm-hmm. So there was already some nonsense going on in the marriage. She was basically beating him up.
Earl Thomas getting beat up?
Niggas can get beat up, bro.
Trying to sit here.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I ain't gonna say
that's the truth.
Don't do that,
that's
bro.
the truth.
Don't do that. Because I personally, for me, I would never hit a woman.
What type of woman whooping on a nigga like Earl Thomas?
I would never.
That's what I'm saying. Earl Thomas, he putting you on the ground.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about that because it is in his morals. If he's like, yo, I will never hit a woman, he's not going to hit that woman. Point blank. Period. If he was raised to not hit a woman, he's not.
He got sisters. He got aunts.
He
got cousins.
What does all that mean? It's
you called him
domestic violence. It's still domestic violence.
What you think this is?
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying there's no domestic violence, but we talking about Earl Thomas. We not talking about the regular Joe. We not talking about the regular Joe. We talking about
beat up Haley.
We talking about
your mama finna beat up Haley.
No, that's like
put him on the spot. Put him on the spot.
First off.
You finna take that bow.
Watch this.
No, don't say nothing silly.
In real love, there is no abuse.
Kai, mute him.
Yeah, man. He getting muted for that one.
Come on, dog.
Muted for that
real
one.
Real talk. So it was already some stuff going on. Who knows what their marriage was before all of this happened?
That's not the point. That's not the point. He was butt naked in the room with his brother. That's it, bro.
And what made it even funnier, the brother came and picked him up from his house to go to a hotel.
Oh, came to pick him up. Okay.
So he came
and picked Earl up. He said, "Yo, bro, let's go. Yo, let's go."
Earl Thomas to come again.
I got one bed.
Yo, y'all are wild.
Slow.
I was waiting for it. I'm like, wait.
Y'all gotta forgive us.
Y'all are wild.
It's a Wednesday pod. Y'all gotta forgive us.
Man.
I was like, wait, he did what?
Yeah, bro. Wow.
He came twice.
That's a nasty brother, bro.
Picked up Earl Thomas.
It came again.
Come again.
Yo, wow, bro. Y'all got issues.
Hey, Earl.
Oh,
Yo,
God.
I got a hotel, Earl.
Yeah, like what's the conversation? That's disgusting. Let's discuss it.
Conversation?
Disgusting.
The conversation is easy. Like, yo, I got some shorties.
We can buy 2 rooms.
I'm just thinking about.
They could be adjoining.
First of all, the room was probably big enough. The room was probably big enough.
They had a bed.
You know what's gonna make this real
nasty? They probably had a bed and the couch.
You know what's gonna make this real nasty? What if the room had 2 beds?
So wait, were they in the same bed?
2 twins?
Yes.
We don't know that for sure.
We don't know that.
I'm just reporting what I read.
We speculate.
They probably just
speculation.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
They were.
But for the sake of speculation, this shit is making funny.
No, we're speculating. That's speculation.
It's funny.
Yeah, that's speculation. Ain't no way they was in the same bed.
I'm just thinking about Earl's face when he walked in.
Nah, bro, imagine.
Was it a twin or a king?
Imagine being head to toe.
Or a king.
Come on, bro.
It matters.
Come on, bro.
Ty, mute yourself.
Bro.
Mute yourself, Ty.
Come on, bro.
Mute yourself, Ty.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. No.
They was high fiving. They was like this. They was
stop. Bro, come on, bro.
High fiving.
New meaning to staying at grandma's house.
Oh man, that's funny. God. All right, so we're gonna move on.
We have to move on.
Either way it
First
goes, it's
nasty
nasty.
world, man.
We have
Earl
to
Thomas,
move
you nasty, bro.
All around the whole
That's
situation
wild.
is nasty.
The
But
whole situation is wild.
Not really, because I
Imagine being his
applaud
wife
her.
and busting in on your
I
husband.
applaud her.
No,
Put a gun to
No.
your
I
head.
applaud her.
no,
Yeah, I applaud her.
no,
So Haley gonna put a gun to your head.
no.
Ma'am, if I'm in the
No.
bed with my
And she brought her
brother,
homegirls.
she has full rights to do whatever, bro. That's my
No,
wife.
she doesn't.
got full-
No,
And she brought her
no,
homegirl.
she don't.
She gonna
No,
put a gun to your head.
Nobody has any right to pull a gun on anybody. No, not at
And the
all.
homegirls is holding the
Because
girls,
if
I
the
guess,
roles
specifically at knife point.
if the roles were reversed,
That's what
Earl
we
Thomas
talk-
is in
but
jail
we
right
talk-
now.
We talked about that last week.
Earl
It's double
Thomas is in jail
standards.
right now.
It's double standards.
And the
delight.
gun
That's the
wasn't
thing,
loaded.
bro. You gotta keep that same energy all around.
She had no. I don't.
And I
Double
like her
standards.
energy. And I like her energy because the gun wasn't even loaded. She just wanted to scare
Nah,
them.
it was one in the chamber. E.
It was for sure one in the chamber.
one in
He
the
came
chamber,
with a
chamber,
purpose.
she
If I gotta
popped it
kill-
out. She
if I gotta
popped
kill
the one in the
somebody or
chamber.
gotta shoot somebody.
Yeah.
One person getting
wow.
shot, and I know who the person is getting shot.
On a serious note,
Oh,
let's just be glad that everybody's okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yes.
at least
Because-
this did not end bad.
As much as she popped up, like she probably took the magazine out. Earl probably showed her, or she taught herself how to take the magazine out. But with that one in the chamber, if she would have pulled that trigger
That's
thinking that that
deadly.
gun was empty, we'd be having a totally different
story,
Totally
for sure,
different story.
for sure.
Totally
So-
different
Different
story.
story.
Whole
Different
different.
story.
Let's just be glad that Earl came out with his nasty
Life.
ass. Be glad that he came out, motherfucker. Okay. We're glad you okay, Earl.
Big
Glad
fact.
you okay
brother in
with
this
you
situation.
nasty nigga. We want to let you know that.
You gotta have a Pro
Little
Bowl
white.
season now.
Baby girl.
You gotta
when
have
take
a
the
Pro Bowl
magazine
season
out,
now.
you got to clear the barrel. You got to clear
Nah,
it.
she knew what she was doing.
She knew what she was doing. She just wanted to scare, bro. Like, this is what I could do. Like, I ain't gonna do it today.
Because if we would have lost future Hall of Famer Earl Thomas, you know how sick I would have been?
To some crap like
Facts,
that,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like
fine.
Steve McNair.
I'm blaming his
Shit.
brother. I'll be blaming his brother. I'm not blaming him.
I keep forgetting about
No.
Steve.
What?
Fact,
You blaming
bro.
everybody in that
Him.
situation.
No, you blame him.
gotta
You
blame
blame
him.
Earl. No, you blame
blame
Earl. Earl, you
gotta
can't make
blame-
that decision, my friend.
Like,
don't
it's,
even
like your
know-
brother
we
don't
already
know his
nasty, but
brother's
you
name.
nasty for participating. Or
As a
still
man,
going.
you
I would
know
be like,
what
man,
you
hell no, I'm gone.
Yeah, for sure.
You nasty as hell for participating.
A sweat
I don't
box
care how,
with your
I don't
brother.
care how bad them girls is. I don't care how bad it is.
Yeah, all right.
Y'all
I don't ever
both
want to hear my brother
listening.
say I'm about to come. That's
Toxic,
nasty.
yeah, all right. You nasty.
Yeah, all
Ty.
right.
You nasty.
Hey, but I want to speak on the power of Twitter though, because now they're saying that I agree with Earl because she can't dress. Have you seen these
Oh.
pictures?
Bro, I did see that.
That's not
shoulder
the
pads,
picture.
no?
Stop. We're not gonna do
That
that.
Jake,
No.
the shoulder
He had
pads.
the-
They said
he had
she
the
was wearing
shoulder
Earl's shoulder pads.
She
I
had
was
the-
got jean
weak,
shoulder
man.
pads.
She was like this.
Why Don got the pose down right? Why
She had the solid. Looked like she was ready to run down on kickoff.
All right. We're gonna move on to our culture topic. So there was a big discussion on Twitter. It was like who comes first? It was a picture. So it had wife, a baby daughter, mom, sister, and then baby mama.
Baby mama.
If there is one of y'all in the situation.
Darian,
But-
go.
So we was talking. We was like, who comes first? And me and Reek were like, I'm putting my daughter first, always, because it was a baby daughter. So
Hail Mary.
at that point, I was like, and when we were talking about it, I was like, I'm putting my daughter first. It goes daughter, wife, and then everybody else.
Wife turns into baby mama in that situation. Go ahead, Darian.
Ooh.
Take it away.
Go ahead, Darian.
Yikes.
Right? You see how I just caveated
That was
right
nice.
there
That's a
to you?
little alley
You
oop.
see, I threw you the loot. I threw it to you. Hey.
I'm gonna preface my statement by saying there's no one right way. Everything's situational. I can't tell Ty, E, Don, I, and the two Reeks. I can't tell y'all once you get to your marriage how to deal with your marriage and your kids. This is me, Darian Johnson. It's funny. the bond that you have with your wife, and then, like I said, it's different for everybody, man. But that bond is something that's before God. That's a union between two people. That's a union between two souls. Doesn't mean you love your kid any less. Doesn't mean you love your mom any less. Doesn't mean you love your sister any less. But that union, that bond between a man and his wife is something completely different. And on top of that, as we talked about it throughout the week, it's situational. Ty brought up a point. He said, you know, your wife's got the flu, your daughter's got the flu. How are you going to address it? That's one of those, okay, obviously the kid can't take care of themselves. So you go and you handle the business with the child. Take care of the child, make sure the child's fluids are good, make sure they got everything they need, blase, blase. But it gets to a point where the child, if you're not careful, because I don't have kids, but I've heard of situations. I've heard of situations where the child tries to pin the parents against each other. If your priority is the child, you're then choosing the child in a situation where there could be an argument. You're choosing the child over the unity of your marriage. Mind you, you could be on one front with your wife in front of the child and then go in the back room and have a conversation. Again, that's why I say everything's situational. But for me, there's no bond like the marriage. So I'm going wife, child, mother, sister, and we don't have baby mamas out here. So
we don't have baby mamas. Black men don't cheat, and black men don't have pre-existing relationships.
That's not true. But that's just
the second part. That second part wasn't true.
That's definitely
black men definitely don't cheat. We don't cheat.
Black men don't cheat. Black men don't cheat. You know, wholesome men out here.
Go ahead, Don.
Kind of piggyback off of what Darian said. Some aspects of what Darian said. I'm not gonna take all of it. But when you take your vows, you vow yourself to that partner, and not, because the child is not existing at that time if you don't have a child before the marriage. Same thing, situational things happen. We know that. But when it comes to my marriage, I can't put my child before my wife if I want my marriage to survive. And that's a mistake that people make. They think that the child's life, granted, and the child's life is extremely important, but to basically almost forget about your relationship with your wife because you have a child, that is why that marriage does not tend to work out, because you end up valuing that child and what the child does, and then you stop paying attention to your wife. Ends up, y'all clash, y'all arguing a lot, ends up most likely in divorce. If you can work it out, then kudos to you, but most likely that's how it's going to end. And then at that point, all you have is that child's life. And then at that point, the child becomes the most important thing because you're not worried about the relationship with that child's mother anymore. So for me, currently speaking, not in any situation, it's going to go wife, child, mother, sister, no baby mamas, because we won't have no baby mama drama out you, no child support, ain't finna dang me. But yeah, that's how I'm rocking with that.
All right, who else want to throw it in? Ion E.
I have no dog in this dog fight. Ion, you go ahead, bro.
He said Corona.
Let me think. I guess I'm just piggybacking off of Darren and Don. So, put on my big boy pants here. Yeah, I am first and foremost, I do believe that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, so that's who I follow. Okay, so that's just getting that out of the way. I think today's world has forgot about order. There is an order that things are supposed to go in. This does not mean, once again, that you love your child any less. This does not mean that you treat your child any different. But when a man and a woman get married under who I believe in, that is a bonding of your soul. Bonding of your soul, meaning you are one. You are now one. There is no more I, it is we.
Talk to him, Pastor.
So with that being said, the child is a branch from that bond.
Dang.
With that being said,
Dude, speaking right now.
your wife comes before anybody.
Preach.
That's brother, sister. Your wife comes before the people who raised you.
Well,
who fed you until you were a capable adult of feeding yourself. That's what you have to understand. That's the order in which things are supposed to work. And like Don said, the reason why a lot of marriages don't work these days is because people forget that order.
Wow.
That order is, it doesn't necessarily mean, there's a reason why bonding your soul into one becomes what the order is supposed to be. Like they like to talk about the man being the head of the household. That does not mean that that is a dictatorship at all. Does not mean that. What that means is that if things are lined up the way that they're supposed to be lined up, if your soul is bonded with your wife and you guys put each other right after God the way that you're supposed to, then that just means that you confide in your wife confides in you when it comes down to making a decision for the betterment of your family, which includes the offspring, which are your kids. If the order is right, the decision don't matter because God's gonna make it right. Well, that's only if the order is right.
Hey, yo, this man is spitting right now.
Goodness gracious.
See what I'm saying?
This is exactly why I tossed it to him.
So that's the whole thing when it comes to marriage and the order. So my order, of course, is my wife, my children, my mom, my sister, and to follow along with everybody else, there is no baby mom.
Ain't no baby mama.
But if there is, she still come last.
Yeah.
She still come last.
She do.
Baby mama don't. Baby
You
mama
know
don't.
at that point, you have an offspring together. You have an offspring together. But if you are married, your baby mama don't come close to your wife. If you are
now,
married.
what about if it's just you and the children? You think the baby mama kind of then takes the
baby mama takes a
spot?
higher the baby mama takes a higher role, of course.
Okay, I would think so as well.
It depends on relationship.
Of course.
If she's literally just my baby
because
mama.
your baby mom comes in last place in that order does not mean that you go off and you disrespecting your baby mom. You doing any of that?
Facts.
Because when it becomes that, wrong is wrong, and then that'll start affecting the thing that is most important, which is your bond with your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like all this shit ties back into it's all a big circle. Everything's a big circle. Once you connect, once you bond, boom, you're bonded with the person who you bond with, which is what marriage is. Ain't going into nothing else with marriage, but that's what marriage is. It's that bond between you and your soulmate. That's what that word comes from. Soulmate. So once you bond your soul, I mean, what comes before your soul? Nothing. Nothing comes before your soul but the person who created it. That's it.
Oh, boy.
To me, there isn't a question.
There isn't a question.
Now,
take a breath.
He did make a good point when he was saying that. He did make a good point where he was saying it was situational. Yeah, and like you said, Ty, like if your wife got the flu or your child got the flu, who you going to take care of first? Of course, you're going to tend to your child because the bond that you and your wife have, your wife is going to tell you to tend to your child first. Period. That's how it's supposed to be. If you got a wife that you put first, if you got a wife that you put first, and she making sure that you put her first over your kid, that's a problem.
Big problem.
Because the natural
put that woman first.
Natural care in parents, when it comes to that, especially with kids, the natural care in parents is for us to work as a team to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do by them.
Now, let me
But that team
pose
come first.
let me pose a question. Ty, I was thinking about it, and I was talking to my mom and pops about it over the weekend. And I told him, I say, and this is just my way of thinking. You and Reek were both on the same page saying that your daughter or your child would come first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that stems from seeing your mom putting you first?
Yeah, 100%. I think
Because
so for me, like, I haven't seen a healthy family, like a mom, dad, husband, wife type of thing. So I've never grown up in that. So for me, it's different. So I'm always going to say, like, my mom put me first in everything. So when it comes to that, I'm always going to put my child first. And it turns into a conversation once they become of age. And then it's like, all right, well, now what I said originally, I said it's a 1A, 1B. Like, there is no 2 in my situation. Like, they both sit on the equal playing field. And for my wife, whoever that may be, it would be the same way. We're 1A, 1B. Like, I expect them to hold our child to the same level as holding me. Like, that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it working out for me. But yeah, so that's one of the reasons, because I've never really seen a healthy. I didn't grow up in a healthy bond. Yeah,
love,
yeah.
true love.
Well, no, because he's seen the love that his mom had for him. So that's a
different kind of love.
I would be interested. I would be interested to see your mom's perspective.
We gonna get
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to mom.
Shout
out to mom.
She
definitely will comment. Shout out to her. Because the thing is, I wonder if her as a wife in that position, not necessarily just the mom and the child, but her as a wife, how she would handle that situation. I think as you grow in your life, and I ain't trying to act like I'm older than you and more wiser and nothing like that. But I think as you grow in your life, as you grow in relationships, and you find that woman that you're going to say, hey, mom, this the one. Because that's who you're going to tell. That's the first person you're going to tell is your mom.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's the first person I told. Mm-hmm. I told my mom, hey, this the one. When you find that one, I think you're going to it's going to be an evolution. You're going to grow in real. And I'm not saying you're necessarily going to change your mindset. But I think as you find that person, and I think that's anybody. When anybody finds that person, it's going to be a freaking light. And you're going to be like, well, shoot, don't nothing else in this world matter. Like, my mom knows that I love her. Like, my mom knows that love not going to change. Mm-hmm. But this person right here, I'm dedicating everything I got to this person. So this person knows that if don't nobody else got her back, it's me. And I think as you grow, bro, on everything I love, bro, as you grow, you're going to be like, daggone. When it happens, Ty, when it happens, I'm telling you, bro, you're going to be like, dang.
Bro, we could talk about that, because it didn't happen, but it's a
you thought
process.
It happened, but it didn't.
Yeah, I've seen it happen. Yeah.
I think that's why in this conversation I kind of avoided putting my piece in it, because like Ty said, he never grew up in a like 1-2. He had both his parents in his house, and that bond being played out in front of him. My parents been together my whole life. I see how they operate. So, like, let's say if dinner's being made, either way, my mom's making my dad's plates first. Mm-hmm. If it's the other way around, my dad makes dinner, he's making my mom's plate. Or, sometimes my mom is just so giving that she'll make her own plate, or she'll make others. Like, it just, either way, it's just like they're both playing their parts. But they never ever made it feel like, oh, I'm putting you before because
ain't no kids eat first.
She's more important, huh?
Ain't no kids eat first.
Yeah, ain't no kids eat first. Now look, I have a funny story about that. So like, my dad, he always talks about this, right? He's gonna love when I talk about this. He's gonna listen to this and laugh. My dad was in the military. He was a gunner's mate in the Navy chief. He's been in there for like 24 years or something. So he came off deployment. Now he's been gone for like the past like 7 months. So like, I'm a whole different dude. So we sitting down for dinner, And he always talk about this. He like, bro, he said, your mom made dinner and gave you a plate first. He said, I ain't like that shit. Like, I remember him looking at me when I got my plate, like, he really got my plate. And then he said, I was laughing at him. I ain't laughing at him, bro. But it's just like, but now being older, I understand why he looked at him like, they're like, it's not that he expected, but it's just, I guess it's something that, you know, a bond that him and my mom have created where it's like, it's something different where like, okay, he's never got his plate before me.
Yeah.
Like, what happened here?
Of course. That's how I go. That's how I went at my house too. Watching my parents, it was just like that. The only time it was different was when we was at grandma's house.
I was waiting for it.
Kids eat first at grandma's house.
First at grandma's
house. First at grandma. If you fuck around and fix a plate for somebody other than them kids at grandma's house,
you better.
They gonna whoop your ass like you still living
for them kids.
I know you ain't getting no plate.
John, get your food yet? Man, I hate it. Like when you grow out of that stage, when you ain't a kid no more, so you can't eat first.
Go out.
Funny story.
You just that nigga walk around the house, bro.
Yeah.
Go out.
What you mean? Oh yeah. When you got younger kids now, when you got cousins and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, no, that don't happen.
Funny story. At my grandma's house, at my grandma's house, like, my granddad was a deacon. My granddad was a deacon for like 40 years. Bro.
Oh yeah,
cool. Happy grandma, granddad, love y'all. But he was like a deacon for like 40 years, like huge in the church. He was deacon for 40 years. He was like head of the deacons for like probably half that time. Like he was really, really church going. You know what I'm saying? My grandma, so like, you know, head of the deacons.
She works
Sunday dinner. Sometimes the pastor comes over along with the family. And it's the pastor. I'll never forget it. We sitting there and my granddad is like, yo, he's like, hey, you know, should you guys fix the pastor plate or whatever? I'll never forget my grandma being like, hold up. She looked the pastor square in his face and was like, don't nobody eat before my grandbabies.
There it is.
And the pastor was like, and it was
you
like,
gotta respect it. You gotta respect it.
Period. Like, don't nobody eat before my grandbabies.
So you put the plate down. Go ahead, put the plate down. Step aside.
Put it down.
Baby,
put it down.
Come on.
And then she told my mama, Myra, mama kept, ma'am, fix them babies' plate.
Just like that.
It'll never be. That's the only place kids come first, bro. Grandma's, bro.
I still come first at grandma's house. I don't care. My grandma, well, I lied because my grandma, she at the stage where she don't be wanting to cook no more. Y'all grandmas at that stage?
Yep. My grandmother actually stays with me, and we talk about that all the time. Like you could
she
tell
don't be wanting to cook no more. She just don't be wanting to cook. Come over grandma's house. I expect some stuff to be on the stove. You got some pots and stuff. Come on now, look at the stove. I'm like,
ain't nothing up there.
Why you ain't got no pot? What you been doing all day? You not cooking? I don't feel like cooking. What you mean? You don't have nothing else to do. You're supposed to just cook. You grandma, you just supposed to cook. Cooking today. What you been doing all day? Nothing. Exactly. Why you ain't cooking?
Treasure them grandmothers, man.
For sure.
I'll tell you what, man.
Love my grandmothers.
They're literally the bond. They're the glue that keeps families together, bro.
I don't understand.
Sure. I'm telling you, man. The minute grandma gone, because I lost both my grandmothers, man. And
damn, I'm sorry.
The minute, man, that's
it's life.
She's better off where she is. The minute my grandmother was gone, man, I lied to you, on my dad's side, the family just, it seemed like stuff started falling apart. Mind you, it's gotten back. I think it's getting better because as my dad and my uncles, my aunts, as they grow older, I think they kind of realize that they supposed to take up that mantle of taking, keeping the family together. But man, grandmas, man, and shout out Mima Sharon. That's Haley grandma. She my grandma.
Yeah.
Shout out
Shout out
her.
Mima.
Cool
Shout out
people.
Mima,
Cool
bro.
people.
Shout
She
out
showed
Mima,
big love,
man.
man. She
cool
treat me
people.
like a grandson. So that's a blessing to have. But yeah, man, them grandmas, man, they ain't nothing like it, man.
Yeah, mine's opposite. I got
tough.
both my grandmothers and both my grandfathers to pass, so
yeah,
I still kind of I hate that I never got to connect with both of them. So
it's man.
that's why I definitely cherish my grandmothers a lot.
Yeah, as you get older, you just start to have more questions. It's like, man, I wish I would have asked these earlier. It's crazy, man. It's just like I wish I would have asked these questions earlier because I really want to know now, but I can't even ask you.
Like, by the way, like that was something crazy that like I didn't realize. I had my first therapy session what was that, yesterday? Yeah,
yesterday, Tuesday.
I had my first therapy session yesterday.
Therapy's amazing.
And
therapy's amazing.
One of the first things that I like realized is like how much I want to tell my grandma the things that happen in my life.
Yeah.
Like, and don't get me wrong, like I can tell my nana I love her perspective all the time. But like it's something about the one that's gone. Like you just wonder, like what would you have to say about this situation? Like the past month of my life, like all I want to do is just get my grandma's perspective, man. Like just like tell me which direction to go. like what do you? Because it's just I don't know what it is, man. It's like God blesses grandmas, man, with the wisdom beyond any normal human being, man. Like it's crazy because they're not like biased. It's not like because you're my grandbaby, it should be this way. It's like
they don't care.
I'm gonna tell you what's right.
Straight up.
If you fucking up, I'm gonna tell you fucking up. Like it ain't ever like it's the weirdest thing, man.
Right.
But yeah, man, I was telling my therapist that, man. It's like as much as I'm enjoying talking to you, like all this stuff I want to like tell my grandma.
Yeah, man.
I just want to tell my grandma.
I mean, for me, like I'm blessed to have both of my grandmothers in my life as far as direct grandmothers. But that relationship I had with my great grandmother, and she passed my third class year at VMI, right before Thanksgiving furlough. Well, right after Thanksgiving furlough. So I got to see her for Thanksgiving. And then right after I got back to school, like that next week, she had passed. And it was a lot of stuff that I wanted to just find out. Like I just wanted to know. And then it was more so I want to tell you about stuff, and I want to get your perspective, like you were saying. Like I just want you to tell me, am I doing this right, or should I switch up how I'm doing this? And honestly, it came to a point where it's just like, dang, well, I just wanted you to watch me walk across the stage.
That's a fact.
At that point.
That's a fact.
And it came to that point, and it was just like, man, I don't even get that opportunity. I don't even get that chance. But it makes you want to do things even harder. It makes you want to push for things even harder because you know she wouldn't let you slack, or you know what she would say if you was about to do this. And it really makes you not second guess life, but it makes you think about how outcomes could be different and choices that you make. And just us talking about this it's crazy because all of us have some kind of relationship with our grandmothers and with family members in general. And just the simple fact that we can, sit here and talk about this and we can all relate. We can all relate. We can all share the same stories or different stories kind of the same basis. And it just makes us as Black men, a lot of Black men just don't sit down and have like this kind of vulnerable conversation. And especially with Ion speaking on therapy, like the biggest misconception of therapy is something has to be wrong with you for you to go to therapy.
Or that you're weak.
Or that you're weak, or you can't deal with it yourself. And it's just like, definitely push, yo, if you just need to talk to somebody, go to therapy. If you need help figuring something out, go to therapy. If you just feel like you're juggling a whole bunch of stuff at one time and you feel like you're gonna explode, go to therapy. Like it doesn't make you less of a man. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you like anything not masculine. Like it doesn't make you anything lesser of yourself. Everybody needs somebody we can talk to, and having the grandmother that you can talk to, even if that could be your therapy session, is talking to your grandmother, honestly. So definitely, it's just refreshing to have this conversation, especially with Black men in general. Definitely refreshing to have this conversation.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hey,
what's good?
Let me say one more thing. I know we about to wrap it up.
We'll wrap it up then.
But before we wrap it up, I want to say something.
About to get up.
Let me. All right. Anyway. All right. For real. Let me say this. On this part, we're very open, and we talk about mental health, and we talk about it's not just we're not just trying to single out Black men. We're talking about anybody who's listening to this pod.
For sure.
If you need help, get it. We said that in I think the second part.
Yeah.
If you need help, get it. But I personally want to say something, and I mean this with all my heart. If you're out there and you're fighting, continue to fight.
Yes.
Nobody understands what you're fighting. Nobody understands how it's tiring you out. Nobody understands the complications of it, any of that. But if you are fighting, keep fighting.
Yep.
Don't quit, please.
The world is better with you.
Do not quit fighting. Like, if you clawing and scratching, I promise you,
keep going.
Whether you realize it or not, there's people right behind you clawing and scratching right along with you. Like, let them help. Let them fight with you. Like, you're not alone. No matter how much you feel like you're alone, you're not. Like, just keep fighting. Like, I know it's tiring. I know it is. But just keep fighting.
Keep pushing.
Keep fighting. Hell, if you need me to fight with you,
let's go.
Call me.
We can fight.
I will fight with you. Period.
We can rumble together.
But we just got to keep fighting. And that's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's everybody. That's not just Black men.
That's everybody.
Keep fighting. Definitely keep fighting. But yeah, go ahead, wrap that thing up, Ty.
Dang.
Go ahead, Ty. Put your piece, bro. Go ahead.
I don't even know what to say for real. I mean, honestly, all that. I mean, I'm not even gonna say that. We're just gonna wrap it up here for real. We can save my piece for another date because my piece.
We can have that conversation.
Hold on. Wait. On a serious tip, we can cut 10 minutes of the stuff that we talked about before this out to delve into what you need to talk about. So go ahead.
No, I mean I'm good, man. For real. I mean, I honestly like it's good to see. Like, it's good to see everybody like open up for real. Because I mean, personally, for me, I always feel like I always tell myself like, who helps the person who helps everybody for real. I always tell myself that, like, I went through my phase of depression. I'm still trying to get through it. I still work through it here and there, but therapy is definitely big, very important. It definitely got me through this past summer and my last semester, last fall at VMI. It got me through everything for real, because I was in a dark place for real. But therapy is definitely important. Honestly, I mean, my story is crazy for real. I mean, it's just one of those things where you got to keep fighting for real.
Hey, Ty, I'm gonna tell you this though, because I was there. It gets better. The other side gets better.
Yeah, it's starting to get better.
Oh yeah, so crazy thing is, it's gonna really feel like it's gonna hit you at one time, and it's gonna be a day where the sun just seems like it's brighter, the sky feel like it's a little bit bluer, the air smells a little bit more fresher, and you feel like everything is okay. I'm happy what I'm doing. I'm happy where I'm at. I still got some ways to push. I still got some obstacles to get over, but it's okay.
Yep.
And when everything is okay,
Trying.
look, I promise you, when everything is okay, it's gonna start to settle, and you're just gonna have a little bit. You're gonna have a little pep in your step.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna start to walk different. Swag gonna be a little bit different, and can't nobody tell you nothing at that point, because you know, regardless of what is going on the outside, what's going on in your head, what's going on in school and work, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because you alive, you blessed, and you can make somebody's day better just being you.
Mm-hmm.
And always remember that you are not as important. You are not as important as somebody makes you out to be. You are as important as you think you are.
It's deep.
Right? It's somebody's last 15 minutes, bro. I'm telling you, we be in our bag.
Our last 15 minutes be the best part for real.
Hey, man.
Yeah, of course. And like
That's
what
real,
you talk about with like you being in the dark, man, like I think we've all, as men, I think we've all experienced the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's hard, man. Trust me, I'm not about to sit here and say that it's easy. And you know it's not easy because some of us don't make it out.
Exactly.
If we being honest, some of us don't make it out of that darkness. But what you have to do, man, and this is just speaking from personal experience, when I was in that darkness, I kept searching. Like I said, kept fighting. Like when you're in the darkness, you keep searching. And all you're searching for is a beam of light. It can be the smallest piece of light that like your mind can even fathom. It's almost like what God said about having faith the size of a mustard seed. And you'll be able to move mountains. You're looking for that. You're looking for the smallest beam of light, man. Like the smallest beam of light. A lot of people's like, what does that do in a room full of darkness? It gives you a direction.
That's that light at the end of the tunnel. Everybody talk about.
It gives you
they don't ever tell you what it is.
Exactly.
That light at the end of the tunnel is that's that hope. That's that opportunity. That's that next chance to make something better of yourself that you about to come out of. That's that caterpillar bursting out of that cocoon to become a butterfly. That light at the end of the tunnel. To pimp a butterfly. That's that light at the end of the tunnel. That's all it is. It
can be honestly, man. It can be anything, man. It can be your mom. It can be conversations with your mom. It can be a new female. It can be your best friend. It can be guys. It can be us. It's anything. Anybody. That beam of light, bro, is a direction. And once you have that direction, eventually, man, that thing will start getting closer, and then it'll get bigger. And as the closer you get, the bigger it'll get, and then you're out of that dark room. You'll look up, Ty. Literally, man, you will look up, and everything you set out to accomplish, you didn't accomplish.
Yep.
Blink of an eye, just like that.
Everything you set out to accomplish, you didn't accomplish. And then you looking back at that dark room, like, damn. If I hadn't have been in that dark room, would I have found the direction that I needed to go?
Man.
Damn.
I'm telling you, like it's just like that, man. It's like,
hey, are you a preacher?
Yeah, supposed to be. He's supposed to be. Real, he's supposed to be.
That's Bishop.
I think you don't know. I think you might have found your calling, bro.
Bishop Rose.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. But like I said, man, like it's just personal experience, man. Like when I first got out of school, bro, it was the same thing, man. It just
keep living, dog. Keep living.
Felt dark, man. Like,
I'm definitely gonna keep living.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely gonna keep living.
I ain't even going to that. I ain't even getting into
I'm
that.
definitely gonna keep living.
At the end of the day, it's just about knowing. Keep searching. Just like I tell everybody to keep fighting whatever you fighting, keep searching. Keep searching for that beam of light. Keep searching for that direction. And fucking go full head of steam when you find it.
You gonna find yourself through all that.
It ain't gonna let you down, bro. It's not gonna let you down. It's not. I'm telling you. And I'm pretty sure ain't none of us where we really want to be in life.
Heck,
we gonna get there.
I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful.
Sure.
Don't hesitate, bro. Because God has placed each of us at this point for a reason. I'm telling you, man, I'm 26. You know, I got my circle. I got my close friends. I tell people all the time, I'm not looking for no friends, man. I don't need nobody else. But when God brings people into your life, man, Ty, Reek, y'all are new into my life, but everything I love, man, y'all the bros. You know what I mean?
I appreciate
like
that.
So
You there now.
we're
there,
here.
Sam.
Appreciate that,
You
man.
there
We are here for a reason, man, and it's a blessing, man. Who'd have thought, man? We doing this thing. We doing it for fun, but there is a reason for this. If don't one person think about, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm sitting at home, and Haley said, "Hey, babe," she said, "Today is Tim Maypre's birthday."
Damn, man.
And I sat and I thought about it, bro.
I was like, man, why am I off today for real?
I sat and thought about it, Ty. I sat and thought about it. I said, you know what? And I'm sitting looking at our views. I'm looking at Spotify. I'm looking at YouTube. I'm like, okay, It don't matter if but one person hears this and it changes their life, man.
That's all it takes.
And God did it. That was the reason.
Takes.
You know what I mean? So we can't take this for granted, man.
Sure.
Even if it's just us listening to this. If we just doing this to get stuff, you know, exactly. Every week.
I'm
watching. Every week.
I'm gonna watch
every week. If we come here, bump all the topics. If we gotta talk about something to help each other out,
talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it.
Because I promise you, it'll reach the person who's
that it need to reach.
That is supposed
to.
Come on,
man. Reach the person who's supposed to reach. Because I don't know about y'all, but I don't know how many times I done got up in the morning on Sunday sometimes, not wanted to go to church,
got your button
and then that sermon punch you in the throat.
Change your life.
Every single time. It's going to reach the person who was supposed to reach.
He was talking to me.
I know you said, like, you feel like I found my calling, but to be honest with you, that's why me and D became best friends, because these are the conversations that we would have, like, on the normal. Like, it's like.
And honestly, it's the conversation I need.
For sure, bro.
Hey,
for sure.
I became friends with Darian on accident.
Not on purpose. That's for dang sure. That's for dang sure.
It wasn't on purpose. I'll tell you that.
No, can't tell you how it happened either.
That's for another day.
That's the homie though, man. Yeah,
That's
but it's
the
big
dog.
love, man.
For
it's
sure.
big love to everybody, man. Big love to everybody listening. If you that one person, man, you here for a reason.
Yeah.
Don't ever hesitate to talk to somebody. Somebody cares about you. If it's your mama, it's your daddy, it's your brother, it's your sister, somebody.
If you feel like we can help,
reach out.
Hit us up.
Reach out to us.
Reach out, man. Reach
Hit
out.
us up.
If our Instagram, our Twitter, our YouTube is all connected to us. You ain't got to put your business on YouTube. If you want to send us a DM,
email,
you want to send us a DM, email, whatever it is, man.
Don't come to us.
And you want us to talk about it or help you out or any of that. Send us a DM. It'll be confident. Your name will not be put out there
at all.
Your name won't be put out there, but we'll talk about it if we got experience, because all of us are just talking from experience, man. Like, I think who the oldest? Me? I'm the oldest on the pod. I'm 26.
Yeah, old head.
Turning 27 in December. You know what I'm saying? But I lived through some stuff. We done lived through some stuff, man. We done lived through some stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff going out there in the world, man. I know things seem like it's crazy. I know things seem like it don't have a direction, but sometimes that's when you just gotta focus in on yourself, focus in on your own mental health, focus in on your own emotional health, and figure it out. You see what I'm saying? Like, when I say figure it out, I don't mean figure it out alone. I mean just figure it out. Like, you have to calm everything down. Like, calm it all down. Get away from noise. Don't listen to music. You ain't got to listen to music. I'm telling you, one of the best things I ever did, my dad used to tell me a long time ago, it's like, Ian, it's like, you block. And I know this podcast is about music. But he was like, when you going through stuff, it's like a lot of people think music can get them through, which it do. Music can help you push through.
Therapy, baby.
Sometimes, man, you got to just silence yourself. You got to silence everything around you.
Facts.
Silence everything around you. That way you can distinguish your thoughts from one another. Because a lot of the times, man, a lot of this pressure and anxiety that we feel, it's just a combination of thoughts that then turn into a ball. And that's why you be feeling, sometimes you feel like you got like a lump in your throat, or you feel like goddamn, like why my chest hurting? Because it's anxiety. All those thoughts are just pushing different signals through your body. That's just fucking shit up. So sometimes, man, you just got to decipher everything. Sometimes that's all it takes. It's like, let me separate these thoughts, the good and the bad, because we all gonna have them.
Good, the bad, and the early.
We all gonna have them. We all gonna have them. You know what I'm saying? I just pray that you choose not to act on the bad ones.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we gotta wrap it up because we can talk about this for a whole nother hour.
Shit. Yeah, hell yeah.
Man, I appreciate y'all.
Mute him.
I appreciate y'all for real, man. Sad that the other two couldn't be here because this was a great topic. Great
great podcast.
Yeah, another great one, man. Another great one. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, grandmothers, aunts.
Happy Mother's Day
to my mom.
She gonna be there, everybody. Love you, mama. Love you, grandma.
Mama, I love you.
Love you, grandma. Love you, Nene.
Hold it down.
Love you, aunties. Love all y'all.
But
love you.
That's it.
We'll be back. Wife.
We'll be back. We'll be back on Monday, man. We'll be back on Monday. We appreciate y'all.
All right, y'all. Love.
All right, be easy. Love.
Love.